Caitlyn.
Caitlyn Jenner! Ooh, MK, you better come correct. You cannot say anything bad about Caitlyn Jenner. Not about Caitlyn. She's a hero. Shut up, I can say whatever I want. Kiss every bit of my ass. Kiss my ass! Kiss my ass! Okay, I'm gonna rush right through the information part. I'm pretty sure everyone's caught up on basically everything you need to know. You guys get the gist about we don't need to, but here we go. Caitlyn Jenner, once known as Bruce Jenner, gold medalist in the 1976 Olympic decathlon, amazing athlete, and completely inessential cast member on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And that's basically the entire history of this person. You're all caught up. I mean, she did some shows way back when that no one really cares about, like Murder, She Wrote, and Chips. Oh man, I like Chips. No! Shut up! The show was stupid! The show was stupid! She's also been in a couple of movies. In 1980, she was in Can't Stop the Music, which was so bad it won the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Picture. And then in 2011, she was in Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler, which also won the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Picture. Which only leads me to believe that there is a feasible formula in that if you wish for something to totally suck, make sure Caitlyn Jenner is involved. Anytime you see Caitlyn Jenner, you can expect whatever it is to suck, is what I'm saying. But yeah, that's basically all you've done between winning a gold medal and transitioning to a woman. Oh, and you killed someone. Everyone watching this right now is like, what? Well, yeah, man, that totally happened. Congratulations on being a douche with no memory because you watched too many bullshit Vine videos. Or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, totally killed the person. Rear-ended some old lady, fucked her whole shit up, fucked her family up too, a couple of kids got injured. She's dead. She's dead! She died, she's dead, you killed her, she's dead. That shit happened February of this year and no one remembers it! No one cares, no one knows. You guys are terrible. People are terrible. All because you were driving like a jackass. Were you texting? Were you rocking out to AC/DC? Were you having a little sip of stuff? I don't know. But what we do know is that old lady is dead. I don't know. It's funny to me. It's funny to me. It's funny you killed the person and no one cares. You're an athlete that killed someone. You're OJ. You're the white lady version of OJ. And that's it. There you go. You're all caught up. I know. It's not a whole lot going on after the whole winning a gold medal thing. It surprised me too, but not really. This whole thing is ridiculous to me. Everything about you and what you're doing is ridiculous to me. Right off the bat, I have to say, because I didn't believe it at first. I thought it was a troll. I heard it was a troll, but it wasn't. It was true. Caitlyn, you won the Arthur Ashe Courage Award. Folks, to put this into perspective for you, previous winners have included, all in all, and arguably the greatest boxer of all time, Muhammad Ali, who also won an Olympic gold medal in the light heavyweight division in 1960, and shaker of not just the world of prize fighting, but the world at large, taking influential stances on race relations and the Vietnam War. Pat Tillman, former Arizona Cardinal who enlisted and fought in the Iraq War until he died in a terrible incident of friendly fire. And Nelson Mandela. Caitlyn, I am the last person to take away from what you have accomplished. But who the fuck are you? Was all it took for you to be considered courageous after competing in the Olympics a personal lifestyle choice that really doesn't affect anyone but you if it weren't for you making a circus of it? You didn't do anything thousands upon thousands upon thousands of other men aren't doing. And you know something else? No one really thinks about it because no one really talks about it. I guess it's not as appealing or whatever. There are women that transition incompletely even to men. They'll have a man's face and a man's body, and from the waist up you can't tell. There's absolutely no difference. But they'll still have a vagina. You thought that shit only goes one way? Imagine the manliest dude you can. Imagine Chuck Norris with a vagina. Because that's a thing, man. That's totally a thing. Just a full-on beard and a bald head and muscles, and there's a pussy hole down there, man. There is. There's totally one down there. And that's fine. That's how they want to live their lives. But there's no praise for these people. There's no awards for them. They just live their lives. Now, don't get me wrong. I can recognize the argument, well, Caitlyn is leading by example. She's become a figurehead for society to better understand these walks of life. But no, you'd still be wrong. She's just doing what she wants. Living the life she wants to live, posing for fashion magazines and further establishing herself, not necessarily her lifestyle or people like her. She's not campaigning for change or acceptance of people like her. She might say she is, but really, she's just living her life. She's not pounding the pavement, picketing and protesting. She's not presenting pieces for politicians to pass. Alliteration. She's just living her life. And you clowns are throwing her parades for it. What is wrong with you? And the truth is, even many of you folks that are applauding her for putting herself out like that were the same ones making fun of Tiger for sleeping with someone like that. What the fuck kind of sense does that make? You're okay with glorifying a transsexual, but also okay with bashing anyone that will sleep with them. What kind of sense does that make? What is wrong with you? This is just one of the multitudes of things that remind me of just how stupid people really are. I think what we should do is stop being such huge crybaby bitches about everything. Stop being so judgmental and so sensitive. Stop making up all these trendy and super politically correct terms for everything. Did you know I'm not even a man anymore? I'm a cisgender male. Any person that was identified by their physical attributes to be male or female and then later grew up to personally identify as that gender is cisgender. If you were a baby and the doctor looked at you and like, oh, we got a girl, and you later grew up to identify as a girl, you are a cisgender female. That is bullshit. I am waiting for the day where people start abusing this stupid shit just because they can. Like, if I was about to be fired for making a social mistake, I could just up and say I'm a Chinese lesbian, and that's why it was totally appropriate for me to tell Jane in Human Resources I'll go pee-pee in her Coke. I don't know, but you see what I'm saying. Folks, I'll go ahead and be the douche that says it, mostly because anyone watching this video that actually knows me knows I am very respectful towards anyone's decisions, and I will regard them using whatever pronouns they wish me to, but at the end of the day, you're still technically what you are. Caitlyn, that, yes, means you're a man. A very gorgeous man. In fact, as I am to understand it, you still have a wiener. You still have a penis, and as much as I know, you have no intention of having it removed. You just have breast implants now. But even if and when you do have the surgery to have it removed, you won't have an actual vagina. Guys, it will look like an actual vagina. It's awesome. It's exactly how you envision good-looking pussy. That's what it will be. But it won't be. It'll just be a hole down there. No internal sex organs at all. It's just a hole. You'll have a clitoris fashioned from a portion of your dick tip and labia made from your ball sack. That's what you'll have. A big hole made out of a mangled up wiener. You can't make it to babies. And even with the surgery, you know what, forget the surgery. Let's pretend we're in the future and we have a super surgery and it'll give you everything. Fallopian tubes, a cervix, ovaries, the whole shebang-a-bang. You'd still have the Y chromosome. The very same thing applies to the women that go through the surgeries and the hormone therapies to look like men, to be men with a penis even. And yes, you can make a penis and balls for those of you that didn't know that. Yes, you can do that. The same thing applies to them. A person, not myself, but a person could absolutely argue that this is a very devoted and expensive game of dress-up. Yes. I know that is a horrible, terrible thought for some of you. You curse yourself, you curse your life for not being in the body that feels right to you, for not being in the body that you know is right for you. I understand that. I'm being 100% genuine right now. I'm not just saying this to be a jerk this time. I'm saying it so you can understand that to other people that don't understand where you're coming from, this is some Frankenstein type shit. And what's even crazier about you specifically, Caitlyn, is you're not gay. You transitioned to a woman with the intention of continuing to see women, which I think is brilliant because now you have free roam about the cabin of bad lesbian broads that us regular guys don't have access to. But that's what I mean. You have to be able to recognize that to some people, this just doesn't make sense. Which now makes me wonder, if you're a transsexual woman and you're a lesbian, how are you okay with real cock and balls? If you want this, you're not exactly a lesbian anymore, are you? Lesbian lady to my left that isn't actually there, I'm just looking at, you know, open space. That's life, man. Semantics. That's life now. You could be a straight up Kimbo Slice looking dude. It doesn't matter. But if you wanted to be called a lady and identify yourself as one, then I'm going to regard you as one. I don't even kind of have an issue with this. And real quick, if I had a friend like Kimbo Slice who wanted me to call him a lady and use her and she to address him, that would be righteous. We would just go everywhere confusing the crap out of people. And what's anybody gonna say? What are you gonna do? Not a damn thing. It's Kimbo Slice, man, he'll kill you. And that's the way it should be. But Caitlyn, you do not deserve praise for doing what everyone else like you is doing. Honestly, instead of looking at you at all, we should be looking at ourselves. Instead of praising you for... Look, I don't really know why people are praising you. There's really no need for it. But instead of praising you, we should be punishing ourselves for our ignorance. We shouldn't be so wrapped up in other people's lives that we react this way to someone simply living theirs. How no one can see that is beyond me. And now I humbly invite everyone to shut the hell up and reflect on themselves for only a moment. Why is what is important to you important to you? It's a fair question. And I think more people should ask that of themselves more often. See you later.
Boom! Bruh, okay, not 12 hours before the upload time of this video, Caitlyn wants to talk about she appreciated the male form and wants to date dudes now. She has some kind of show coming and it was on a teaser for it. Ooh! 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 You're not slick, bitch. I see what you're doing. Go ahead, ride this wave. Stay as relevant as possible for as long as possible. Old hoe, who waits until they're 102 to transition? With a couple more years and your dick will just turn to dust in your sleep, you sexy grip keeper hoe. Problem solved.
What?
Shut up! I'm doing stuff.